So we're going to compare the swings of these two golfers from the 2016 Cornish Festival with the expressed purpose of seeing how they use their body weight throughout their swings, which in turn affects the position that their hands reach at impact. Now, player 1 on the left is Matthew Court, the winner of the event, and player 2 is a player from the first flight on day 1. So what we're going to do is to have an uninterrupted run through of their swings to begin with. You'll notice that player 2's swing is a little bit faster and a bit shorter, so I've paused him at the top of the backswing and at impact in order to sync up their swings. So let's take them back to the address position now, and then we're going to add some markers to their hips so we can monitor how they use their body weight throughout the swing. As we take them away from the address position, you'll notice that player 2 moves laterally away from the target in the backswing, which means that he has to undertake an equally large lateral movement at some stage during the downswing in order to return to the position that he was in at address, and even further if he's to get his weight onto his lead side. Whereas player 1, you can see, has rotated his spine and is still positioned within these kind of hip markers. Now, you'll see here when player 2 initiates his downswing, he starts his downswing with his entire body and his arms and his hands, whereas player 1 moves predominantly with his lower body laterally towards the target. And this lateral weight shift enables player 1 to move the low point of his club head arc in front of the ball. And because he's also rotating towards the target, he's clearing his lead hip out of the way, which creates the space for him to swing his arms and his hands down into impact. And by comparison, player 2 hasn't managed to get his weight further forward than he was in at address. And that basically means that he's forced to throw away the lag angle that he created at the top of the backswing as he swings down into impact. And he does that just so he can get the club on the ball. In other words, because player 2 isn't getting his weight forwards onto his lead side at the top of the backswing, he's got a very hands and arms based swing. And you'll see if we add the line of tension, he hasn't managed to maintain the tension in the main lever until after impact because his hands are behind that kind of line of tension. So what can we learn from this? Well, player 2, he's clearly got very good hand-eye coordination, but he's not utilising his body weight to the best of his ability. And as a result, he's falling back and he's forced to have a hands and arms swing and hit at the golf ball. And by comparison, player 1 is using his body weight as a counterweight. He's basically anchoring his weight onto his lead side early in the swing, and he's therefore able to have a swinging motion and reach full extension, where a position in which the club shaft is aligned with his lead shoulder after impact. So the ball just gets in the way of a swinging club head. So the optimal impact position is absolutely critical. If a golfer doesn't get their weight into their lead side, they cannot reach impact with their hands in front of the line of tension and control the club face until after impact. Now, last year we launched an impact training club called the DST Compressor, and this club's already been widely adopted and incorporated into the warm-up routines and training sessions of the best players and swing coaches in the world. And basically it forces you to understand and build a feeling and sensation of the optimal impact position, where you've got your weight onto your lead side, you've rotated your body towards the target, your hands are sort of in front of that line of tension. So if you want to improve this summer, we would recommend that you work on your impact position. Now, the reason being is that the geometry of this optimal impact position, the sort of hands being in front of the line of tension, doesn't change. It's the same for a chip, a pitch, and for a full shot. So when your impact position improves, so do all aspects of your game. So to learn more, click on this link and watch a 3-minute video about the DST compressor.